Hello, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of Scott Sports 101. I'm Scott Trella. We'll talk Tribe and Major League Baseball, we'll talk Buckeyes and college football, and we'll talk the Browns' 53-man roster. But first, here is today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question. What player hit 70 home runs in 1998? I will have the answer later in the broadcast. The Tribe fell on the short end of the stick today as they lost to the Tampa Bay Rays 6-4 today at Progressive Field. Carlos Carrasco was on the mound for the good guys. And Carlos Carrasco was going for his 17th win of the season. Carrasco went 6 in 1 innings and gave up 9 hits and 5 earned runs and struck out 9 batters. It was not a good day for Carlos Carrasco, but he will have to wait it out for another time to get that 17th win. Then the bullpen got to work, but was not able to get the job done. Neil Ramirez came on in the bottom of the 6th and gave up 1 hit and 1 earned run. Tyler Olson came on in the 7th and went 0.1 innings and did not give up any hits or runs. Adam Cimber came on in the 8th and gave up 2 hits, and then Josh Tomlin came on in the 9th and gave up 1 hit and struck out 1 batter. Jose Ramirez put the Tribe on the scoreboard with a RBI single to right, and Melky Cabrera cuts down C.J. Cron at third for a double play in the 6th. The Tribe was down 6-1 in the bottom of the 9th, and the Tribe started to rally by scoring 3 more runs and were down 6-4, but the Tribe rally fell short as the Rays went on to win. Well, the Tribe will regroup as they will take on the Kansas City Royals tomorrow afternoon at Progressive Field. Adam Plutko on the mound for the good guys tomorrow with a record of 4-4, and Jacob Junis on the mound for the Royals with a record of 7-12. First pitch at 4:10 p.m. and hopefully we can win that one. Well, the Ohio State Buckeyes whooped the Oregon State Beavers 77-31 at Ohio Stadium in Columbus on Saturday. Oregon scored first, and the Beavers were up 7-0, but the Buckeyes would answer back and score 3 TDs in the first quarter and were up 21-7 at the end of the first quarter. Oregon would score another TD, and the Beavers would trail 21-14 and in the second quarter, but the Buckeyes would rip-roar and answer and score 3 more TDs in the second and would go up 42-14 at halftime. And boy, it was a long day for the Oregon State Beavers. Then in the third, the Beavers would score 2 more touchdowns and were down 42-28. And the Beavers would also score a field goal and would trail 42-31. But once again, Buckeye Magic would prevail as they would score a pair of TDs and would go up 56-31 at the end of the third quarter. And then in the fourth, it was all Buckeyes, and as they went on to score 3 more TDs and would go up 77-31, and that was, of course, the final score. The Buckeyes are 1-0, and they will try to go to 2-0, as they will take on the Rutgers Scarlet Knights at Ohio Stadium in Columbus. Kickoff is at 3:30 on Big Ten Network. And I felt the Buckeyes looked really good in this game, and hopefully they can come out and dominate again next Saturday and really beat Rutgers. Well, the Browns made their cuts to trim their 53-man roster. The Browns waived 18 players. Running back Matthew Days, linebacker B.J. Bello, defensive lineman Caleb Brantley, tight end Devon Cajusto, offensive lineman Christian Delorio, offensive lineman Spencer Durango, and defensive lineman Daniel Equale, defensive lineman Zakoban Henderson, running back Dante Hillard, wide receiver Blake Jackson, defensive back Mike Jordan, defensive back Montreal Minder, defensive lineman Nate Orchard, defensive back Taigi Senko, wide receiver Damari Scott, linebacker Brady Sheldon, defensive back Simeon Thomas, and punter Justin Vogel. And the Browns waive one player with an injury designation, fullback Danny Vitale. And the Browns have acquired defensive lineman Devereaux Lawrence from the Saints in exchange for a 7th-round draft pick in 2019. Now the 53-man roster, as you know, Tyrod Taylor, Baker Mayfield, and just to name a couple of quarterbacks, Myles Garrett, Jamie Collins, Antonio Callaway, and Austin Corbett, just to name a few. I don't have time to name them all, but that's just to name a few. Josh Gordon, Jabril Peppers, Jarvis Landry, and Sean McKinney, just to name at least 10 of them. I don't have time to name them all. But I just feel all this, the 53-man roster, I feel was a great move, and they made the right cuts and some great moves as well. I really just feel now we are 1 week away. We are just 7 days away from the start of the regular season. 1 week away from the start of the regular season. And the Browns will take on the Pittsburgh Steelers at First Energy Stadium at home on Sunday, September 9th, and kickoff is at 1 o'clock on WOIO 19 CBS. As you know, Tyrod Taylor will be the starting quarterback, and we need to end our skid of opening day losses and home opener losses. We need to really win the season opener, which is also our home opener as well. And beginning this coming Sunday, I will declare Sundays Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sundays. And this Sunday will be the premiere of that. And I will hopefully try to have my friend Matt Murphy was supposed to be my guest for week 1, but he has a commitment, so I will hopefully try to have a guest. I will have Matt Murphy on in week 2 when the Browns play the Saints. But I will hopefully try to have a guest for week 1. But if not, it will just be me, myself, and I, and I'll do my picks of the week. I will go over all the early and late games as well as the Browns. I'll do analysis, and I'll make my predictions for all the early and late games and the Sunday night game and the Monday night game as well. And we'll do a lot of other great stuff as well. So tune in for that beginning next Sunday, September 9th. We'll get back to talking college football, NFL football, and Major League Baseball in just a second. But it is now time for the answer to today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question. Which player hit 70 home runs in 1998? If you said Mark McGwire, you are correct. At the end of the 1998 season, after the most explosive home run race in the history of Major League Baseball, Mark McGwire emerged as the all-time single-season leader with 70 home runs. The previous record, 61, held for 37 weeks by Roger Maris, was also surpassed by Sammy Sosa, who finished the 1998 season with 66 home runs. McGwire's record wouldn't last long, however. Just 3 years later, Barry Bonds finished the 2001 season with 73 homers. I will have another trivia question on my next broadcast, so stay tuned for that. Getting back to the Tribe, and Trevor Bauer is still on the DL, but has been sitting in the Tribe bullpen, rehabilitating and really walking on trying to get himself back on the field as soon as possible. And I think a few more weeks, and I think he should be good to go for the postseason. And hopefully we will get him back for that. Now, with the Buckeyes, it was just all them yesterday. And we know Urban Meyer is suspended for the first 3 games, but hopefully, and we know he's going to have to pay a fine as well. And we know he's going to be back for game number 4, but I do feel that the Buckeyes are going to beat Rutgers, and I'm going to say by a touchdown, 28-21. But we shall see. If my prediction's wrong, so be it. And I just want to say that. So hopefully we're going to win that one. And getting back to the Browns, we're almost out of time. And I want to, I felt that the cuts they made were the right cuts. Well, I thought they should have kept Nate Orchard, but I felt that was just me, but I had a feeling he was going to get cut anyway. Now, we know Josh Gordon is still recovering from his drug addiction process last year. And hopefully he's not going to start week 1, but hopefully he will play throughout the season. And I felt that the acquiring Devereaux Lawrence from the Saints was a great move, and that was a good exchange for a 7th-round draft pick, of course, in 2019. And I will I really feel that I'd like to see the Browns go 6-10, but we shall see. I know it's asking a lot, but Jarvis Landry feels the Browns are playoff ready, but I'm going to believe it when I say it, because we haven't done that since 2002. But I'd like to see the Browns go 6-10, but we'll see. I think we're going to have a great season. I really think that we are. And I feel the Browns are up and coming. And I just really think that I think we're going to beat the Steelers, and I really think we do. So we'll see what happens and how this season unfolds. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this edition of Scott Sports 101. Always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1. I'm done.